gotcha. Alright, we got this guy. Game. Super easy. 8,100 points. How's it going, guys? aRenG Life here, and today our boy Sartorius is back, and he's bringing his new the event once again. So this is the second time we've gotten this Sartorius event, I believe. So it's kind of a second chance to get this guy, and it's pretty cool. You get to unlock him. He brings a new skill, which is kind of a meme skill. It's not gonna look too competitive. But yeah, and he's also bringing a new card called the ARCANA Force. What is that, like 12? The Hangman. He is one of the only ARCANA Force monsters we have in the game that benefits off of the Tails effect. We're also getting like a whole bunch of like weird, like normal and rare cards over here. Spiritual Lord, Material Lord, and the Sky Lord, which Sartorius is getting an ability as well if you play the event long enough, which will let you pretty much start the game with a Material Lord on the field. But the way I see it, it looks really slow, because basically you just have this card set. You can activate it by having a level 4 or lower Arcana Force monster. That means you're going to have to lose one of these cards or discard them or something. So there's going to have to be some kind of way for you to discard these guys. So that's one thing. So cool. I mean, sure, fair enough, to send a level 4 or lower to the grave. Then when this activates, you can send a level 5 or 6, search this card. You can already activate this because you have a 5 or 6 in hand. If the 5 or 6 is in the grave, you can activate this, send a level 7, and add this card. And then this card lets you, I don't know, this card lets you summon a big boss monster. But the setup is so drawn out. I feel like it's going to be easier to just play some kind of synchro deck that lets you summon your Arcana Force EX rule or whatever. So yeah, but whatever, those are there. The one card I think is actually kind of cool is Ledger of Ledger Domain. So this card looks really interesting. I kind of want to play this card. It says banish 3 cards from the top of your deck face down during your 3rd standby phase. After this card's activation, add all 3 cards to your hand. That is actually pretty crazy. I don't know, man. That seems like a card that you can probably run in quite a few decks, actually. It's just a free, just banish 3, face down, that is. If it was face up, oh my goodness, this card would be busted. I would definitely run it in Metaphys. If it was face up, I would run this in Metaphys, and that would be pretty busted, because banishing those cards, but they are face down, therefore you cannot use them, so unfortunate. But yeah, it's pretty much a search card that takes 3 turns, so it's kind of like Gold Sarcophagus, but Gold Sarc is good because it banishes face up, letting you do your things. So it's pretty much just kind of like a search card. The thing is, the beauty is that you banish 3 cards from the top of the deck, so you really don't lose anything. You just activate it, and if you can survive 3 turns, then GG, you're gonna get a lot of power on that 3rd standby phase or whatever. So it looks pretty strong. I'm really hyped to get that card. And then obviously the Hangman looks like he would have his own kind of potential win condition right here, because if you do get Tails with this guy, you can actually destroy one of your opponent's monsters and then deal their monster's attack to them as damage. So I think you can literally run this card with a deck that focuses on using cards that power up your opponent's monsters, and so you can deal even more damage to them. I think that would be pretty interesting if you just focus on the Hangman. Thing is though, I don't know how you're gonna like keep it from getting destroyed and whatever if you are powering up your opponent's monster. Maybe Spike Shield would be a pretty good choice. Spike Shield on the Hangman, oh yeah, you'll never touch this guy, dude. That's like 5,000 attack right there, or 5,000 defense. So yeah, looking pretty strong on that Hangman. So I can definitely already think of something I want to do with the Hangman, but I'll probably be coming up with some ideas for these Arcana Force monsters, especially since it's been a while and I wanted to make a deck with the Magician for a while now. But whatever, let's go ahead and show up the deck that I'm going to be using to farm this guy. It's super quick, guys. It is really fast. So I'll just go into a light explanation. And obviously, the deck I'm using is YuGiOh, because it's super easy. If you do have YuGiOh, it is probably the easiest farm deck you will use. And hey, good luck, man. It actually works on this guy. Unlike the last event, we were not able to use YuGiOh on them. It just would not work. So basically, YuGiOh does work. It's pretty nice. You just run 2 copies. I run 2 copies of normal YuGiOh, 2 copies of Terra Incarnate because I only have 2, and 3 copies of Ultimate Nightmare. Now, I'm using Montage Dragon, so I can pretty much throw these guys out, make him really, really, really strong. So yeah, that's how we're going to make that work. I'm also using 2 Sangan. If you don't have Sangan, you can run a 3rd copy of YuBell, and maybe like another copy of Planet Pathfinder if you really want to, which I'm running at 2. I'm running 3 copies of Yaksha and 2 copies of the Field Spell. This is all to just thin out the deck. This is pretty much what the deck does. You're going to be able to thin really, really, really hard because you have cards that, like Sangan, which searches this card can search this card, and this card can search this card. And this card can destroy YuBell, and YuBell will search out this card, which lets you blow everything up. So literally almost every card in this deck can be searched in some way. And eventually you're just going to be passing turn over and over and over and over again until you have like all the big guys in hand. On that last turn, you will be using the Montage Dragon to just kind of wreck. Now, there is only one possible way where you can lose with this deck. I will have to warn you guys right now. There is one way where you can lose, and that is if you have everything set up on that last turn and he summons the Chariot. If he summons the Chariot and messes up the coin flip, and it ends up on your side of the field, you lose. I mean, you won't really lose, but you won't be able to do the farm correctly. Best you can do is summon Montage Dragon, attack for like 10k with Montage Dragon, but you're not going to be able to get your boy out here because it doesn't work that way. So that's the only thing about this deck. So I don't want to see anybody in the comments complaining, wow, I lost with this farm. That's the only way you can lose this farm. But whatever, and then obviously we are using Vassal with these cards because I need them. I was considering passing on Secret Pass, but I'm figured I would run it. I need to run it just in case he doesn't like kill his monster on the last turn or whatever, or does something to get rid of his monster. So yeah, you're gonna need to attack directly. So I figured I'd run it, and that's pretty much the deck, to be honest. Super easy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, Kumar is here, Sartorius Kumar. Alright, so looking pretty good so far. Let's see what we're going to do. We're going first. So, I'm basically going to need to start off with a playable hand. This is a pretty good hand, not even going to lie. Basically, we do have Fire King Island, which I could just straight up activate, destroy YuBell, and GG. I already win. Pretty much. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to start thinning really, really hard. So I'm going to destroy YuBell. I'm going to get a free search right now, which is awesome as well. And hey, free Glossy. So, you will be getting about 8,000 points with this farm. So we're going to go ahead and special summon you. And if I had a way to make Terra Incarnate a prismatic, that would be really, really nice as well. But unfortunately, we don't have that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is summon Planet Pathfinder and use his ability to thin out the deck once again. So as you can see, we're already like, what, like 7 cards down the line with just this deck. So pretty good. We're already down to 13 cards. You can thin out with YuBell, for example. I'm gonna do it right now and to show you guys what you can do. You can actually do this. So here's YuBell. This is the riskiest you can get. Summon this bad boy and destroy. So no need to do that guy. This effect, bam, YuBell in the grave. This is what you can do to thin out your deck extra hard. If you really want to, you can thin out the deck. It gives you an extra little push. Terra Incarnate blows it up. Right here, you say no. Never activate that. Never activate it. You will lose. You will not lose, but you won't get your max points. Because you'll only have 2 copies of the level 12 in your deck, so it won't work with Montage. You're going to have to throw away a level 4 or something, so it's not going to be good. So let's go ahead and draw, and that's going to be it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and go for our last turn shenanigans right now. Basically, we got that Montage Dragon. We're throwing these 3 level 12s away, getting my big boy out here. And yeah, so we thin the deck really hard. Like, really, really hard. So now we can activate all our things. I'm going to go ahead and use this. See, this is why I decided not to throw out Secret Pass. So, Union Attack, give him the power, and GG. I think I gotcha. Alright, we got this guy. Game, super easy, like I said, and it's probably the most consistent and fast farm deck you could probably use, and that gets 8,000 points. I know there's like a 1-minute farm that you could probably use with Montage Dragon as well, but that one doesn't get you 8,000 points. But whatever, that's pretty much that. Let's go ahead and check on that score. Alright, and let's go ahead and check that score, and there it is, 8,100 points. Like I said, it's pretty consistent. I mean it. But yeah, with the EX crystal things, the EX jewels are really nice because I guess you can buy some cards you might want from the shop, and so that's kind of cool. But that's pretty much that, to be honest. It's a super consistent farm. I do have more things I want to cover, so there might be another video coming out today because I really want to talk about something that's gonna come out in Duel Links, and I'm just super hyped about it. So yeah, look out for that, and that's pretty much that. And if you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Duel Links shenanigans. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day, and see you guys.